Floss Tube.
Hi, Floss Tube.
I'm Chris.
I'm Jane.
And we're the BosStitchers.
Long time no see.
Yeah, we hope you remember us. We hope we remember how to do this.
That's right.
It's been a long time.
It has.
About a month, I think.
Yeah.
So before I forget,
Yeah.
This is episode 83, and today is March 1st. Meteorological spring. I always have a hard time with that word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
I kind of think that makes sense.
All right.
You know, March, April, May, spring.
Yeah. Till we get our snowstorm next week.
Yeah. I don't know about snow, but a lot more rain, right?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was in Florida for the past 2 weeks, and it was really hard to come back.
I can understand how it would be.
Yeah. We had fun, though. We had fun.
That's great.
Family come over who live in Jacksonville, and then we had my niece also came down with her parents, and they were staying in Fort Myers, but we met them, and we had my niece for 3 nights.
Ooh,
so yeah,
all right, and she's probably a fish, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, yes,
yeah.
We had. Yeah, it was, we went to the ocean one day, but it was too cold, really.
Oh,
I mean, we went and kind of walked around the beach and played in the sand, but it was, one of the days was too cold, but then we went back and it was a nice warm day.
Yeah.
So, but we did go in the pool, and so, yeah, it was fun. We had really great weather. Except for one day that basically rained from sun up to sundown. But that was okay because, I watched TV and stitched. That just happened to be the day when we didn't have any company. So
all right,
it worked out great.
Yeah.
So
good relaxing day in there.
Yeah.
The drive was good, right?
Yeah, this was the grand experiment. We took the dog, so we drove. We stayed in,
and you still have the dog.
We
so that's a good sign.
We didn't leave him on the side of the road. We drove to Savannah.
Really?
The first day, yeah. So it was a really long day.
That's impressive.
But it worked out.
Yeah.
We did get some doggy downers for him for the ride down. But on the way home, we didn't give him anything. Yeah. He's
a seasoned traveler now.
He certainly is. Yeah. So we brought his dog bed, put that in the back seat, and he was fine. He'd sleep and then sit up and look out the window and sleep and so
that's good.
Not too much different from what he does at home.
It's sort of like a moving couch, right?
Yeah. So it was fun.
That's good.
Yeah, we had a good time, and so it was really a blast of the cold when we came back.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, did you come back on one of the brutal days? Or they all felt brutal anyway?
Yeah. Today and yesterday was really...
Yeah.
I really felt it.
I know. The wind just...
Yeah.
Really...
Yeah.
Tomorrow's supposed to be warmer, but the rain, I think, starts in. So I'm going to be moving a little bit slowly tonight. I had yes, you are.
I had acupuncture today, and so I've had tinnitus or tinnitus, however you want to say it, for a while, and it hasn't gone away. So I decided that I would try acupuncture, and so I had my first visit today, and he warned me that I would be sore tonight, and yes, I am.
He knew what he was talking about, huh?
Yeah. He thinks it might be that my neck muscles are really tense. So, but I started actually in February of 2020. I had a really, really bad head cold. I'm even wondering if it was COVID.
I bet it was, you know, one of those things in retrospect.
Yeah. And so both of my ears were ringing. And then, because my head was just really stuffed. And then my left ear, that went away. But I've had really in the right ear since 2020.
Yeah.
And, you know, sometimes it gets worse, sometimes lessens, but lately it's been getting worse. So anyway, we'll see if acupuncture
worth a try.
Worth
no matter how brutal the cure is.
I guess, I don't know. So we'll see. Anyway, I was saying to Chris, you know, it's one of those things where it's not like I go to acupuncture and then I have to wait a few days to see if like it worked or, you know, but because I'm going to know right away.
So. Either he's got it or he didn't.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, do you want to throw out the first stitch?
I'd love to.
Okay.
Well, seeing as we haven't been here in several weeks, one would think there should be a lot of accomplishments to show. But, well, here's my Mill Hill kit travel time, which I have been working pretty good on Mill Hill Mondays on, and then sometimes in between. Oh, God. It isn't the camera, is it? But admittedly, I've certainly done something since I showed this the last time. But I haven't, you know, kept up quite as much as I wanted to. But I've got all the stitching, all the cross stitch done.
Very nice.
And I did all the back stitch. And then I did a teeny tiny bit of, I started in on the beading.
Very nice.
Yeah. So I obviously really need to.
Have you beaded before?
Yeah. Not really. I've done a little bit on that pomegranate one. But that's really it. And, yeah, I can't say I minded doing it. I do agree with you that it is slow going. Yeah. So I know I'm going to have to put in some time on this.
Yeah.
And I wish I had more information on this, but I did buy this frame, which other people have told us about. The magnetic frame.
Right?
Yeah. And but I really haven't stitched on it because this came after I had finished the stitching. So I'm anxious to try that. But I think it will sort of, this is kind of nice and flat.
Yeah.
You know, it isn't like ripply like sometimes I find these get. So it hopefully helps with that. I guess, I think the design is a little busy for me. That,
you mean the scroll?
Yeah, I mean in terms of, like, you know, people say you can either use it as this or you can frame it in that.
Yeah.
So at least this one I don't think I intend to do. But I think if you really wanted to, it'd be easy enough to put a hook or something on the back.
Nice.
But that's that. So yeah, it was actually fun doing all this.
And look at how neat your stitching
Well,
is
it's
on
neater
the back.
than it usually is. I'll say that. Things maybe disintegrated a little once I started the back stitching. I don't know, but
very nice.
That's that.
Very nice.
And this is a combination New Start whip, and it's my snow day project.
Okay.
And I had been waiting, I guess through many a minor snowstorm, for this to, well, not really come, but for 1, 2, 3, for this to come to 1, 2, 3. So I think this is really more next year's snow day project. But I thought this Shannon Christine Hello Winter was very cheery looking. I like very the colors of on those snowmen, etc.
Yeah, it's cute.
So I don't have a ton done, but there's the sled. Sorry
started
for the
upper.
Yeah, I started in the upper right.
Okay. Yeah.
So sorry for the thread here, and you can't really see all that much since it's white, but that's that. I'm using many called for DMCs on this. It's one of those, a surprising number. And I thought this was going to be a little darker than what it is, but I still like it. I know what this is. This is needle and flax. I think I might have showed this before when I bought it. And it's 28 count, and it says Fra-gee-lay on it, and then in parentheses it has the phonetic spelling for Fra-gee-lay. And we're big Christmas story fans in my house, so I kind of bought it for that reason. But you know,
it's pretty.
They did call for natural.
Is it nice to stitch on?
It is very nice. Feel that.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had needle and flax before, and and I have to show. I know I've shown this before, but this is a special place to live in. This portfolio from Studio 88 West, and this is just terrific.
That's a nice one.
Oh yeah, there's all those colors.
Wow.
Who would have thunk it, right?
Wow.
And it's just so much room in here.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Very nice.
Lovely colors and et cetera, et cetera. So, most of my time has been spent on, I'm going to have to take off the Q-snap for this one.
Definitely.
You know, I almost
Do you have the picture? I'll show the picture.
Yeah. That picture's probably getting pretty dog-eared by this point. 7 years in, you know.
So this is Moira Blackburn's Country Cottage by Bothy, and the kit is Bothy Threads, from Bothy Threads.
And I have just been dying to get this. It's not finished yet, but
you got to be really, really close.
It's really close. And since last time I finished this border here, the flowers, the main border, and I needed some easy stitching a couple of nights, so I'm doing there's a 2-color border around the whole outside, so I'm almost finished with that. And I've done various little motifs through it. So basically what I've got left is the house, and as I said before,
you got to fill all that in.
Actually,
it's brick.
It's brick, so it's sort of like every other one kind of thing.
Yep.
With a couple of threads mixed, and I have a couple little motifs here and there I have to go back and finish, and then the other main thing is the nameplate.
So you're gonna put.
And this is one I'm doing for my friend Anne, who lives at a monastery. And when we go to visit her annually, we stay at a guest house named McMahon. So I'm going to put that in there.
Very nice.
So I think I'm close.
Yeah.
So
You've done a lot on that.
Yeah. I've been very into it, so I haven't been able to get myself to, pick up some other things I should be working on too. But
that's good though. When is your next visit to see Anne?
It's actually not to. We may have our usual annual visit, but she has a special Jubilee coming up this year in August. So that's what I'm shooting for, to have this framed by then to bring it.
Well, I was going to say, you have to have it framed and everything too. So,
right, yeah. But it's not like Anne's going to be watching this either,
right.
so
right, yeah.
I can talk pretty freely about it.
Yeah.
And that's it for me.
All right. So I did, I touched quite a few things actually, and I don't have I don't know. Some of the stuff that I brought, I don't have what I should have, but one of the things I don't have the cover photo. But anyway, the one of my Boss Me selections was early Americans, and to finish block 4, which I did.
Ooh.
And this block 4 is Nathan Hale. And Nathan Hale was a colonial spy who was hung by the British on September 22nd, 1776. And he was only 21. And he is
kind of
famous.
making us feel bad that he accomplished so much.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I guess people had accomplished more quicker in those years.
They didn't have as many years.
Right, yeah.
And he is famous for the quote, I only regret that I have but one life to lose for my country. So, this is block 4, and
Need 4?
so, no, I think I'm all set. So, this is the
great.
4 blocks, and then some of the blocks I've already started outlining for when I'm going to do them.
I like that brick color.
Yeah.
That really shows up nice on that.
So here is Nathan.
Well, I was saying to Jane, I think we pass a sign in Connecticut for the Hale Homestead. So we should make a field trip of that when we go to New Jersey.
Ooh, yeah, we could do that. We could do that.
Yeah.
Let's see, the brick color is, I'm actually using all the, it's called used brick. It's the
Aptly named.
Classic Colorworks used brick. I'm using most of the call for. The call for is Classic Colorworks. The yellow, though, what am I using for the yellow? I can't remember, but it's...
there isn't much of it, at least in there.
Yeah, it's a DMC, but it's actually not the one that they call for Yield Gold, Classic Colorworks. I don't have it. Then for the DMC 3045, but it looks more brown to me than yellow, and I wanted yellow, so anyway, I forget what I chose, but...
No one wants brown
anyway,
sun.
No. So I was thinking that if I keep putting this on my Boss Me,
Yes.
it's going to take a long time to finish this, so
You have to kind of step it up a little bit.
I'm going to try to step this up.
Okay.
You know, they're fun little, it's like,
Fun
like
little
little
finishes
finishes, yeah.
Keep you going.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to keep working on this.
And many of those with an outline make good stitch day things too, right? I mean, not all of them maybe, but like the big house and...
Yeah. And a lot of the border I actually did on the stitch day.
Oh, okay.
Because,
That's good. All right. So what you're telling us is we're not going to have to wait years and years.
That's right. That's what I'm
this.
trying to tell you.
All right, we get it.
That's done on. I'm doing that on 32 count flax. Because the other thing is that I want to put a border around it.
Yeah, that fauna border are you going to do?
I probably will use something similar to Moira's. She did a really nice job with that. And so my next is, this is called Let Her Snow, Let Her Snow, Let Her Snow. And it's by Hillside Samplings. I'm doing it on a 28 count Jobelan called Blue Wing, and I don't have the picture of it. I'll have to insert it, but this is a snowman with he'll have a little cardinal on his head, and then around him is the alphabet.
It is a really cute pattern.
It is cute.
And that color is just perfect.
Yeah, it's the call for.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to take out the scarf though and use a different green. I'm not sure I really like that. This is
a
more
little
of
bit too much, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little too dark for me. So, and it's more of like a blue spruce type.
Yeah.
So, I think I'm going to change that out.
We don't have too much on it.
No. So, all right.
Okay.
And then...
Very good white stitches, too, I might add.
Thank you. I don't mind stitching white. I don't like to stitch black. I feel like black stitches don't really show, or
Maybe that's because
the fabric
of that,
shows through too
that's
much.
what I was going to say, that whole thing with the DMC coverage and trying to get the right number of on the count.
Yep.
And,
the next thing I touched was Holy Family. I don't know if it's called Holy Family, but that's what I'm calling it. It's a kit. I got it from...
You mean your Russian, your Ukrainian isn't
right,
fluent?
Yeah. So I got it from... This is actually a MP Studia kit, and I got it from... they did have it on my bobbin. I got it from Wizardy.com, and I looked to see if these are still available. I didn't see them. So I have the Holy Family. There's 3 kings, a shepherd, and then there's an angel one too. And the reason I started this, I'm doing 24 starts in 2024. And this was one of my February starts. And the reason I picked it is because I thought that I would be able to stitch it better in the car on the way to Florida. So here's the start of it, and it did go pretty well in the car. But I actually found that I could stitch on other things. I didn't have to stitch on like this 14 count wood. So I stitched a little bit on this on the way down, and then stitch other things the rest of the time in the car.
And those, am I right, they came with a little stand for when you're finished?
You can see right here that it comes with a flat pedestal, so you can just slide that right in. Yeah. So
a finish is an instant FFO.
That's right. Yes, it is. Actually,
I love those.
It actually comes with a piece of felt, that's already cut out to the size.
Oh boy.
Too. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I'm sad that they don't have those.
Yeah, I
anymore.
mean I couldn't find them. Maybe they're just out of stock right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I've had them for a while. Quite a while. I thought it was about time that I started them. And then I didn't do Mill Hill Mondays while I was gone because I couldn't take all my I could have taken all my projects, but I couldn't take all my projects.
Couldn't take all your projects and your husband in Chester.
Right, yeah. So I started working on this past Monday again, and this is the Tree Farm by Mill Hill. It's a buttons and beads, and it's the Christmas Village series. And
ooh, I think you've got a lot done on this.
Yeah, it's coming. It's coming slowly but surely. You can't really see the beads too well on it, but I've completed this tree, and then I've started on this tree. And then I kind of got bored with just the stitching, so I started doing some beading. And I also got kind of confused of what was what? Yeah, what was a stitch, what was a bead. Our friend Kay gave us some tips and tricks, and I've gotten tips and tricks from other people. realizing that most of the time a circle symbol means that it's some sort of a bead in most cases. Anyway, so I'm kind of moving across. So, but I am doing the stitching before the beading, but just kind of.
That looks great though. Like when you get that many on there, it's a real incentive to keep at it.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk about Boss Me during plans, but I need to start another one of those. So when I didn't take this off the Q snap.
Want me to help with that?
That's so arduous. So last time I was talking about alphabet, Looney Tunes alphabets. This is a leisure arts book from 1998. And
we were young then.
Yep. We were just babes. So inside are alphabets with all the Looney Tune characters. So, for example, Sylvester is in A through Z. It's a Sylvester motif. And
wait a minute, you're already hurting, Jane. Let me do
I know,
it.
my neck.
Oh.
So I had the bright idea of doing my husband's name and my name on a piece of fabric, and I'm getting bored with it. So last time, if you remember, I did ask people what they thought, and I got some really good feedback. So here we are, and actually that looks pretty good in floss tube world, doesn't it?
Yes.
But I completely have the H done, and you can fill in the background with any color. I'm using 826 DMC. And then the O is completely done. So they're a little bit deceiving because, I'm stitching the background 1/1 for.
So your own worst enemy.
For some ungodly reason.
But it does look good.
It does look good, yeah. But then once I'm done with the stitching for the fill-in, then it also has back stitching. So there's black back stitching and then there's white back stitching. So, and then
it's not what you call a quick project.
No. But it looks cute, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
So
it looks great.
I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to abandon doing Jane.
Jane?
Yeah.
Jane is out?
Jane's out, yeah.
That's a nice and.
It is, isn't it? It is nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think it's got to go.
All right.
And my friends out in floss tube land said some, had some really nice comments. One comment was that, because I was thinking, this is a very blah kind of fabric. It's on, I think it's a 28 count linen. It's Confederate Gray. And it's just blah. I mean, it's gray, right? One commenter said that it was good that it was on the gray because the letters themselves are so busy, which is a really good point.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
So, yeah. And then our friend Andrea thought that it would be nice to just make Howie into a pillow.
Yeah.
And then later on, if I want,
I can honor in your home.
That's right. Yes. And then later on, if I want to do Jane, I could do Jane.
Yeah.
So then this project would be done for now, anyway. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to change my Boss Me board because what I have on it is to finish Jane and fill in Howie so all of these little fill-ins.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm not going to finish Jane. I'm just not doing it. I'm going to change it to finish Howie.
All right.
Okay?
That's fine.
All right.
Allowed.
All right. Approved? Stamp of approval?
Yes.
Okay. And this was...
If you're not feeling it, that's a lot of time to put into something.
Yeah. Well, either way, I haven't... this was called in January. So either way, I got...
You've put all that time into thinking about what you're going to do with
That's
it.
right. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing with that.
All right.
Now, I did bring Let Freedom Ring to Florida.
Oh.
But I didn't stitch on it.
I was going to say, I think there's a buck coming there.
Yeah. It was just too...
too much,
I didn't have...
You were on vacation.
I know. I didn't have my stitchy spot.
Yeah.
I didn't have my, I mean, it was comfortable, but, I just,
Yeah.
So
that's for another day.
So instead...
Yes.
I did 2 smalls.
Which will remain a secret?
Well, one, I can show you. I did Tiny Modernist Autumn House on a Hill. Isn't that cute?
It is cute.
And it's a finish.
And we'll see it someday?
I can't find it. I don't know where it is.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know. That drives you crazy.
I don't know. I've looked through everything. I don't know. My worst fear is that I left it in Florida.
Well, that isn't awful, though. Because, you're not going to have it when you want it.
Right,
but
right.
At least...
Yeah. I'll get it the next time we go. And then the other thing that I did was it was a Doreen Jones. She did it as a SAL. It was called I think it was called like Bees and Flowers or something like that. So it came out in little like portions, and I did one of the pieces that came out. And I finished that. And they're all together. Everything's together. I just don't know exactly where they are.
One secret safe place.
That's right. Yeah. Hello, and welcome to a special segment of episode 83. How many of you knew that as soon as I got home, I was going to find the 2 finishes that I didn't have for the episode? Yes, you were right. I found them. The first one, again, just Autumn House on a Hill from Tiny Modernist. And this was actually charted using Cottage Garden threads, but I didn't have them. So I wanted to keep the same sort of color palette. So I just picked threads from my stash, and this is what mine looks like. So the only thing that I don't have really is I wanted a red bird rather than the green that came out on the model. And my yellow is a lot more yellow. It doesn't have so much variegation of brown in it. But I'm pretty happy with the way that came out. I just did this on a piece of 32 count. Not sure what it is. Some piece of linen. So that was that. And then Doreen Jones had a stitch along in 2022, and it was called Flowers and Bees SAL. This was a 10-part SAL, and you can find this on, I think I found it on her Facebook page. So there were 10 parts, and I'll just show you. So this was the layout of the 10. And so I chose one of them, and I actually chose part 9. And I did this on a piece of 32 count linen. I'm not sure what this was either, but again, this was a little scrap that I had. And here's my finish. And I think that came out so sweet. It was a quick stitch, and it's very small. It's only 2 by 3, which I didn't expect it to be so small. Of course, I would have if I would have actually measured it out. But I just think that came out really cute. And I will probably be doing other parts of the SAL. So again, it's the Flowers and Bees SAL by Doreen Jones. So those were the 2 finishes that I couldn't find earlier. So back to our regularly scheduled program. Although, before I went to Florida, I had another finish. Can I do finishes?
Oh, go right ahead.
Okay.
In fact, you could go all the way through FFOs if you like.
So this is a Barefoot Needleart pattern called Cardinal Way. And if you remember the last time we spoke, I was doing this on 36 count Petite point. It's a gray. And here it is. This was a restart because I started stitching with one strand because 36 count.
Yeah.
You figure one strand. But the dots were showing through, like in the black and just
that was
everywhere.
such a mature choice you made.
Yeah,
really.
and
it totally has paid off.
Well, I kept going because I thought, well, maybe it'll be okay, and then every time I was like, no. So I had to abandon it.
That looks terrific.
And yeah, I'm very, very happy the way that this came out.
Those colors just pop so well on that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
That's
really
great.
It's really good.
And you're thinking of finishing that as a stand-up?
Well, yes, I'm going to talk to my finisher about it because wouldn't that be cute? We just
that'll look terrific.
Made that into a little stand-up.
Yeah,
that would be really cute. Even if some of the
very nice.
I think that would be cute. So.
Well, I'm glad we got to see one of the finishes, and we'll look forward to
I'll keep looking, and God willing, I'll find the others. But oh man, that is maddening because both of those were actually for
our upcoming
smalls.
Yeah,
for smalls exchanges. So.
all my good thoughts about being prepared for those this year have not quite my my production hasn't quite met up with my expectation yet, but we've still got a little time.
I know, but it's going to be coming up fast.
I know.
Yeah,
busy month on the horizon.
Yeah. So we're going to be going to some retreats in April, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, I'll look forward to that. That it.
Now, what do you want to talk about?
Haul?
Yeah.
I haven't got much, so I'll go.
Okay.
All right, that'll be quick.
All right.
Well, I guess I have that little frame on for the Mill Hills. And like Jane, I know I have something else that I can't find, but
we're terrible.
I know.
God.
This isn't terribly exciting, but I do have my frame ready.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I'll make the switcheroo.
Nice.
Once that's ready, and call on you to help me with your framing expertise. And I know what else I had. I had the other thing that my snow day start.
Oh yeah,
was my other thing.
Yep.
And then cut down on glare here. This little one has caught my eye for a while. Satsuma Street's French hen. And, you know, the whole shebang kit with the perforated paper. So that should be a fun little one. My daughter and son-in-law love France. So hopefully I'll have this one ready
that'll
for
be
them.
great.
For Christmas. And
When are you going to start it?
that's it. I don't know. We'll talk about that within the context of Boss Me.
Okay.
Maybe, when
All
we
right.
get there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Yeah. So
All right.
take it away.
All right. I don't have much haul either. So I did get my coloring cotton thread and fabric of the.
Maybe we need the board for the thread.
Oh yeah.
That's gorgeous. That color.
So this is called Spearmint Medium. I get the 32 count linen, and this is
That's pretty.
that's
true.
pretty accurate.
Yeah.
It's really pretty.
Yeah, it is.
So I switched from the neutrals to the coloreds, and I'm very happy with. I've gotten a red, a purple, a green. So I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
I could use a little more color in my life.
Yeah.
All right, and
Ooh,
then
this looks very
yeah,
springish.
uh-huh.
Appropriate for today. Kind of.
So let's see.
Julep.
We have mint julep. Oh, that's really hard to see.
Yeah, it is hard. Try it against here.
Better.
Yeah.
All right, that's
All
mint
right.
julep.
Oops. Julep down.
And then we have North Star. And Medallion.
Ooh, that's pretty.
Begonia.
Ah.
And Mesa. And then I've never seen a green heron before, but this is what it would look like.
Is that reality or?
I don't know. And this is lily pad, so that's a really pretty green.
That is a nice green. I don't know what color I'd say that green heron is.
I know. Yeah, it's
kind of gray.
greenish gray. Yeah. This is old brick.
Oh, is that what you were using?
No, I was
that was
using
a
it from
different thing. Yeah, that's
Classic Colorworks.
That's a very nice color too. This
Yeah.
one.
And then persimmon. And finally, serenade.
Ooh, another winning lineup, huh?
Yeah, they're very, very pretty. Yeah.
Very nice.
So.
That's great.
And that is the end of my haul.
Okay. Well,
So.
any plans?
So let me see. Let's see for Boss Me. So for January, I am gonna change my Sylvester names, and I have to do that. So then, hopefully that will be done soon. My other January call was Anzac for stitch on Anzac for 5 hours, which is done.
Okay.
And then in February, I had finished block 4 of Early Americans, so that's done. And then the other February call was to start a new kit in the Mill Hill Christmas Village series. And I haven't done that. I was hoping that maybe I could finish the other one, but anyway, that's it's a new start is called for. And then for March, I got, I'm doing that Eat Cake project.
Oh, yeah, that's a fun one.
Yeah. And I need to do 2 motifs in that genre.
Right.
So I'll do.
All right, that should go quickly.
Yeah, I hope so.
Well,
choose, we'll see.
Yeah.
There's a couple that I have in mind.
Yeah. I have to just comment. My eyes just did fall on "Make Tracy Nervous" with Skeleton Crew. I don't think that's the direction that this has gone in. I think once again Tracy got us and
Tracy and
slid in there and pulled ahead.
Yeah, Tracy and I are working on the Skeleton Crew chart from Cricket Collection, and she is pretty far ahead of me.
I think she claimed she did some light stitching last weekend. 1,900 stitches worth of light stitching.
But that hasn't been called yet. Make Tracy Nervous on Skeleton Crew hasn't been called yet, so I still got time unless she pulls ahead and finishes it. Anyway, then so the other thing that was pulled for March for me is to do a whip parade. So sometime in March, probably at the end of March, I will do a whip parade.
I'm going to be as stiff as you are that day. I'll be putting charts and projects and everything away for you.
So I'm hoping that I'm going to work on a few small projects, I think, just so I don't have so many whips. I think I have a lot, though.
I was going to say, would you hazard a guess on that? Or?
It's like 40-something.
Yeah, that's what I would have guessed.
Yeah.
If you think it's 40-something, it's probably at least 50-something, right?
Yeah, so...
Or it will be by then.
Yeah, I know. But I can't have it, I can't have any new starts. I have to stop for a while.
Yeah. Forget that 24-star thing for a minute. You know?
Although, this is the other big news.
Yeah.
Is I am going to retire. And my last day is going to be June 3rd.
Woohoo!
And I am going to have a retirement start.
Yes.
So,
do you know what it's going to be yet?
I'm toying with the idea of Inspiration by Rosewood Manor.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a fitting sort of entry into retired life. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So So
that's good.
I'm thinking about starting that, and one of our friends I think is gonna start
Jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah. So So
well, once you retire, those projects are just gonna
like
get
yours,
finished.
right?
Exactly. You'll be knocking those off
the other thing I actually want to do, and so my 2 March starts are going to be for people at work. So there's a couple of people at work that I have really appreciated over the years, and I want to do something for them, and I can show you those next time, because I know what I want to do, and I'll have the fabric and the chart and everything by that time. And again,
it's probably unlikely they're watching us.
Very unlikely that they're watching us, yes. So I can show you those next time.
You're gonna have to get
And,
going on those then.
I know, yeah. They're going to
Yeah.
be small, so,
Okay.
you know, fairly small.
Yeah.
So, but I have to
And don't misplace
finish
them.
them too. Yeah, right, I know. All right, what are your plans?
Well, geez, I didn't know we were going to have to divulge how much of these we had. So in January, I had 5 days on Mill Hill. And, like, I knocked that out of the park.
No.
You know, I did
Yeah.
those 5 days and I was hooked. So I kept going. So I got that one down. Then I had 7 days of secret stitching, you may recall. And I did 3 days of that.
Okay.
And I kind of thought, I don't think I need the whole 7 days. But in truth, I didn't finish it in 3 days. So that's still lingering out there. So we're on to February. In February, I had 5 days of Beach Bounty, which is a large Stony Creek project.
That you've loved forever.
That I've loved forever. And there's something about that. I was so set with that. I brought that to a stitch day and everything, but I didn't actually do anything on it. So I still have that staying out there. So I'm going to circle back to that now. The other one I had was 5 days on a small that hasn't been touched in a long time, or one that's been kitted and never started. And
that's a good one.
Yeah, it is good. And I was kind of thinking like, oh, well, I'm doing that on my Mill Hill travel time. But that really doesn't fit into that category.
Okay.
Because this was really meant for other things. So I have to say, I kind of missed the mark in February.
But you can still go back.
I can still go back. And we've moved on to March. So I have, this is funny, I have 5 days on a prairie schooler.
Okay.
Well, anyone that knows me knows. Most years I could have 5 months on a prairie schooler. And I would kill that.
But of course, now that it's on your Boss Me board.
I don't have one going, believe it or not. So, I know I'm going to get to that. But incredibly, I don't have one. My other is 5 days on Portuguese fish, which Jane found for me in a magazine. And I'd seen it like in kits and magazines or something for years, or on Etsy or something, and I just love that. And that's one I haven't touched in so long.
I know.
So I am going to get to that.
Okay.
But I am so wrapped up in this 5 days of country cottage. Like when that comes up, boy, I'll be all set with that. So I really do want to finish this. Yeah. I really would like to get back and do the beading so I don't, like I've so often done, put those aside.
Yeah.
And get back to the Mill Hill Mondays on it and do that. And then Portuguese fish should be on my agenda.
Okay.
So I do love that.
You got to start the French hen too.
I know. That probably falls in some category here, but I just haven't got it yet. 5 days on New Start, maybe. Right?
Oh, yeah. There you go.
That shouldn't take very long.
Oh, and 5 days on a Maddie project.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and 5 days on a gift project.
Okay. There you go.
That done in no time. Yeah. Don't you like the enthusiasm we start things
I
with?
love the optimism.
So that's my plans in a nutshell, I guess.
Good. So thank you for being with us. Thank you to our new subscribers. And thank you to those who have been with us for a while. We hope you like what you see. Hit the button,
it's great to
ring
be
the
back
bell,
with you.
do the we've been away for a little while, and but we will get back to our regular program.
Scheduled time.
So we'll see you
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Right? Yeah. So
All
until
right.
then, take care. Happy stitching. Bye bye.
Bye bye.